Welcome to my channel. It's a platform where I share faith-based content that is targeted towards transforming life, changing minds, making us a better person, and at the end of the day, we make the world a better place. Just it faithful.
So most times in life, we actually dream about something, but don't end up doing it. I think I was in that category for a very long time, a very like extremely longest of time, if that English is correct. And over time, I was able to connect two things together that I feel were the factors contributing to why I was in that state. So with this, I say, welcome back to my channel. This is Gist with Faithful. If this is your first time, you are welcome. Please do well to like, comment, subscribe, and share with others. If you've been here before, I welcome you again, and I hope you are being blessed by what you're watching. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about your goal and your self-will, or your self-will and your goal. These are two things that they're kind of connected, but it took me time. And I think with my conversation with people, I realized I wasn't just the one struggling in that area. There are a few other persons who had that issue, and that's the desire to want to do something, and the ability, the strength, the courage, the willpower, call it any name you want, to actually do that thing. Do you understand? So the way I'm saying it, I may do this video in two parts so it doesn't get too long, but let's see how it goes. What actually stops people, or what has stopped me and a few persons that I've discussed with, I've had conversation with, what I discover stop them from doing what they want to do. The first is your environment. Your environment can be internal and external. In fact, it is both. The tricky thing about your environment, when I mean environment, I mean where you live, where you are located, where you stay. The tricky thing about it is you may be in an unsupportive environment, because when you are bringing an idea into an environment, it's an idea. Maybe nobody has done it before. So it's going to be strange to everybody around you. It is definitely going to be strange. So in that, you bringing that idea, people will not accept it in your first introduction. So that's your external environment. Now your internal environment even plays a bigger role. That's the place of your friends, your family, your loved ones, those you share things with. Many a times when we get an idea, or what have happened to me before, because I want to, this is more or less like me sharing my experience and things I've learned. What has happened to me before is, when I get an idea or think about something, I jump at just saying it to people. And before, I did not really know how to filter those I should say it to, those who should know immediately the idea come to me, and those who should know later when I've laid a certain foundation for that idea, and those who should know when the idea is fully grown, like it's now fully established. These are category of people that you know that, okay, at the thought of this concept, this person should know, because I know he or she would put life into it. Then there are still those who they come into the picture because of their skills and ability later on in the plan. I'm not going to give an example, because the ideas can be different. It may even be just a simple, I want to get married in December, or I want to start a clothing line. I want to start making clothes and sell. There are people who should know about it the beginning you have that idea. There are those who should know about it later, because maybe their job will help you in decoration, in designing of flyers and stuff like that, marketing. You can't jump from having the idea and straight going to meet a marketer. You get the story I'm trying, the idea I'm trying to bring. So you knowing those who should hear of what you want to do at every junction now helps you to filter who you should tell. So if your internal environment, your family, your loved ones, if it is a good support system, your idea will fly irrespective of where you are. It's going to fly like never before. It's going to, like, it will blossom. Where the bigger challenge is, you don't have a good internal environment, you still don't have a good external environment. Oh God in heaven. There is that tendency that you get discouraged no matter how beautiful your idea is, no matter how lovely the concept you are bringing into reality is. You get discouraged because, one, nobody around you has done it before. The people whom you feel these are my loved ones, they should support me, they don't even want to hear what you have to say. Just connect it to the story of Joseph. You get Joseph in the Bible. I mean, Joseph had a dream and God showed him his end. The end, what he did not know, may take him almost 20-something years. And at waking up out of, wow, this is a good dream, or this is something reflecting my glory, my future, my greatness in years to come, he jumped into feeling his siblings would be excited for him. He jumped into sharing it. That's an example of not having a healthy internal environment, because if his siblings were in support of the dream he had, I'm sure they will go into things like, okay, what is the meaning, how can we make it, or pray about it for us to get a better understanding. The support will come. But because they did not even first of all see him as someone that will not be the one that will bring glory, they killed it. And they not just killing it, they wanted to even kill the carrier of the vision. That's what led to selling him into slavery and blah blah blah, stuff like that. That's for your environment. So the key thing sometimes is, if you have an internal environment, your father, your mother, your siblings that is supportive, you are safe, 100% safe. Because no matter what outsiders are saying, when you come back home, you have good positive energy pumping into you. But when you don't have, if you are now on the other side where you don't have a good internal, but God has blessed you with someone out there whom you know, if I talk to Mr. So and so or Mrs. So and so, or this guy or this lady, I know with them in my boat, I will make success. You are still good. So that's one thing that stops people from actually achieving their dream, or that has stopped me in the past from achieving my dreams, my environment. The second thing, which is kind of connected to my environment, is who I talk to. Yeah, I've talked a little bit about it in the beginning. Who I talk to. Who do I talk to? Who do I share the exciting idea or thought with? Do you understand? That's the second thing. Sometimes just having an idea and saying it to anybody that cares to listen is not the best decision, or is not the best thing to do, because that person may not even have the capacity to accept. One, they need to first of all accept it. Then two, to propel. Because most times, what I've observed in life is, why we share our dreams with people is because we are seeking validation from them. I have to be honest with that. We are seeking their validation. Oh, I want to go into making of wristwatch. I want to learn more on making of wristwatch. And I just thought of, okay, let me share it with my brother. And I'm like, brother, see, and the person will be like, wristwatch. If they are looking for people that want to make wristwatch, are you one of them? That's one response that, if I am not careful, we just kill that desire, that dream to learn more on how to do wristwatches. Now, the second may be, oh, that's a good idea. I know you have you are so glued to things, wanting to have wristwatch. Look at the collections you even have. The person connects what you are saying to your likes, to your previous expression in that direction. Does it make sense? That's where you now know, okay, this person is who I should say this to, and it flies. That's where validation comes into that. We wanting to quickly just say it to people, and in return we want them to actually support what we want to do. But what if you don't get them? What if they don't support you? What if they don't approve of what you are bringing to the table? Because not everybody will buy your idea the minute you get it, or the minute you think about it, or you get the inspiration. Not everybody. That's the truth. It took me time to accept that truth, but the minute I accepted it, I stopped being expectant, I stopped being mad, I started focusing on other things. And that will take me to the last part, which is self-talk. Self-talk. The first, I said your environment. The second, I said the person you are speaking to. The third is self-talk. Do you even as a person believe that thing you are conceiving? Do you believe it? Do you feel excuse me, do you feel I'm capable enough for this, or I have the capacity to do this, or I am qualified enough? Not in terms of educational qualification. Do you feel you have you are supposed to be the person doing it? Do you get that? Your first of all, the meeting you have with yourself in your head, you had a vision, a revelation, an idea to say, for example, open a school, and in you are like, open a school? I'm an engineer. God, how can you tell me to go and open a school? I'm not an educator. That thought alone can just kill that vision. It can just kill it. Or another practical example, me, the first time I had the idea of open a YouTube page, and in my head I'm like, I know I like to talk, but who will listen? Who will listen? I struggle with who will listen for almost 2-3 years. I'm being real here. So that self-talk you give to yourself, the minute that idea comes, it goes a long way. In fact, a very, very long way. Because as a Christian, the first 2 most important people to validate any idea that comes to your head, one is God through the Holy Spirit. God has to validate it for you. 2 is yourself. No matter the validation God gives to you, you have to be the one to actually say, okay, I'm capable for this, but what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What do I know? What don't I know? Where do I need people to come in? Where can I stand alone and execute it? I hope this has been a blessing to you, and you've learned something today. I encourage you to share this video with someone, and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.